Hello and welcome. I hope you're safe and well. In today's exciting episode, the rack's a mess and I've got stuff everywhere. I was making a tweed jacket, but it's not finished yet, so I'm going to show you all the things I've half done.
It's perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Perfect jacket.
Time for a sewing vlog. So this is the tweed that I'm working on. Oh, that's not a really attractive angle. It's yellow and pink, but it also has beige in there. From far away in person it looks more pastely coloured. But anyway, and I just looked at the clock and I was like, there is no way I can finish this on time, even if I work right to the point where I have to do the editing. So anyway, this is it just took me so long to decide which tweed to do. I wanted to do this old blue one, because I just love it. And it has another tweed. It's a Linton tweed, and I have another Linton tweed that is the exact same weave, but it's in different colours. This is me just showing you the velvet it's got birds and things on it. And then there's the one I'm going to make the Sabrina jacket out of. And then there's the lingerie looking one, and a jacquard and some sequin fabrics. And there's the flamingo one. The one that's khaki and pink is the same as the blue one. And I was going to make one of those up, but I could not for the life of me decide. I was sort of thinking the blue one, but there's two types of beading I can do for the blue one, and I cannot decide which type of beading to do. One type of beading would require 2 layers of structure, and the other one is lightweight beads, so it would only require 1 layer of structure. So I actually have to decide what beading I'm going to do before I make the jacket. So yeah, that's why I went with the pink and white check one, because that's a summer weight tweed and it's the end of summer. But then there's only 1 yard of 1 meter of that fabric, and there just wasn't enough. It wasn't fitting. I was like, this is going to take me hours to figure out. So I went with the pastel one, which looks a little brownish in the footage. Anyway, so yeah, this is a few hours before my deadline, where I usually stop filming stuff and sewing stuff and start making things. So I was like, I could quickly make the bodice for the aqua layer cake dress that I made last month. And I think that will probably be, after this episode, there's 2 more this month. I'll have a tweed jacket and that dress, but I didn't want to rush it, because the part of making a bodice that takes the most time is the filming of every single step. So I was like, you know what? I'll just show you what I've half done so you can understand how I must seem so completely changeable, because I've worked on something, then I moved on to something else, then I moved back to that. But my point is that everything takes a different skill set and different levels of concentration. It's like I read a lot, and sometimes, like when I'm reading Shakespeare's folio in folio order, I'll take a break and I'll read Jane Austen, or anyway, they take different levels of concentration. And I don't know, I just get this feeling about what I need to, because I'm always like working on a different project, and I'm like, I guess it's like circuit training if you're a physical person and you're like, okay, I need to do more of this, I need to do more of that. It's the same with reading, or if I'm not reading, beading. It's the thing that I do when I'm thinking, and I need certain levels. And anyway, I'm showing you the Egyptian tweed, because this poor tweed, every time Egyptian politicians do something, the people who run that country do something bad, I just glare at this jacket. That's why it's out mostly. But I'm thinking about putting something on the back. So I'm not sure whether I'll do a triangle, like an inverted triangle. An inverted triangle is a triangle, or a pyramid. So I'm thinking inverted triangle. But anyway, and so I showed you the cactus jacket, and now here's the cactus flower jacket. And then I will show you the butterfly jacket. So, I mean, if you think of it as a nature documentary, they are all the same thing. They're all connected. But this one is very difficult to hold all the pieces in place. Oh, remember when I told you there's an one on the sleeve that was I'd missed a part when I was putting it together and stitching it on. I said I was going to take it off and fix it. But then I thought about, after I watched edited the video and uploaded it, I was like, actually, you can't have evolution without the abnormalities, and the glitches are what allow evolution. So I think I'm going to leave it. Maybe. For now I will, anyway. And I think I show you the top of the back, because the back, like, they're done in a certain way, and on the grid of the tweed, and which means that there's this little gap at the top. I was like, should I just adjust the neckline, or see there's a yellow one there sort of squished in between the grid? It's the top large sequin, but not the flat bottom large sequin. So I think I'll do that along the top there. I'll finish the whole jacket first, and then I'll go back and add those. There's a few at the front that need it as well. I am tempted to put other flowers, squeeze them in between the grid of flowers that are already there. But I don't know. Why bother using a Marc Jacob tweed if you're not going to actually be able to see it? It looks so almost finished from this side angle, but it's literally just the ones that you can see are done, and the rest of it is not done. So, and the whole other sleeve isn't done either, but they're amazing. I might have to have a gold capsule collection. These two will definitely be in it. And yeah, the triangle on the back of that one is just going to be more gold beads, because I've got loads of gold beads. I'm thinking of making a second Egyptian jacket, because I really do glare at that one a little bit too much. I think I have to make another jacket to share the load. And this is the butterfly one that I've been working on. And I started on the back, and if you've been watching shorts, you'll have seen the progress. And here it is. I couldn't decide what colours to use. I had the same colours as the cactus jacket. I had those in flowers. I had them also in butterflies. So I ended up using the orange and the blue ones. I wasn't sure if I had enough of orange just to do orange. Also, I thought it might look a little bit one note. So then I did a little test section on the back, and I liked it. So I kept going. And then I did a little bit on the sleeve. And then the next time I had some time to do some beading, I did a bit on the front. And as you may be able to tell, it somehow seems bluer, and the other parts somehow seem oranger. That is because on this front panel here, I've followed the orange lines, and on all the other parts, I followed the blue lines. So in this one, you can see more of the blue, and on the other side, other parts, you can see more of the orange. And perhaps you can't tell. Another problem is that this jacket I made, I'm pretty sure it was 2011, so a long time ago. And I mean, I barely bother pattern matching as it is at the moment, but back then I certainly didn't. So each panel of the jacket, so there's 4 different panels across the front and 2 on the sleeves as well, and then 3 on the back. The grains of the weave aren't matching across it. So, and I've done the butterflies exactly matching certain grains, like certain wools and certain ribbons in the tweed. So where the ribbons are slightly out between each panel, I decided to follow the panels, follow the ribbons. So it's really noticeable that the line of butterflies doesn't go straight across the whole jacket, and it's going to become even more noticeable once I've filled in each panel. But when you see a swarm of butterflies, like a cluster of them, they're total chaos. So yeah, I'm going with the chaos on that one. So now I decide to show you the beads that I'm using for each one. These for the cactus jacket. And I think I've just mentioned many times that I'm using clear seed beads with no finish. And then on the butterfly jacket, I'm using clear seed beads with an AB finish. So I'll show you the two finishes together. This is the cactus flower jacket. This is the beads that I'm using for that. And I just lined up all the beads. So you do a big flat flower, big flower that's been folded, and then you do a small gold seed bead, then a small flower, then a plastic bead that looks like it's from the 1970s anchored with another seed bead. And then this is the butterflies that I'm using. As I said, like you buy novelty sequins like from a toy store or kids section in a big department store or stationery stores. I don't know why, but they sometimes often sell these big bags of sequins. And yeah, so anyway, I got these butterflies and I've divided them up into colours because, I mean, they did look good all together, but they just look so much more gorgeous separated. And I'm going to have a few blue ones left after I've done the butterfly jacket, I think. And I've got some green ones as well. So I'm going to mix those together on this Chanel style tweed. And it is just, I love this tweed, but I was never really sure what to put on it because it looks bright, but then you put bright beads on it and it just goes grayish. But if you put greyish blue and greyish green beads on it, like a sagey colour, it doesn't work. And then I got these butterfly ones and I'm like, oh my goodness, I think I might finally have something that will work. So I think I'm going to do those on that. And then what am I showing you here? Oh, so the other two colours left over were the yellow and pink ones. So we're coming right back around to the tweed jacket that I was making, I'm making at the moment, but I haven't finished. So this is the tweed, and this is, yes, now it looks more pink and yellow now that I've put the beads and sequins on top. So I'm going to do sort of a taxidermy thing where there's just going to be lots of different bugs, and like I've got the pineapples, I've actually got some pink flower ones as well, but I can't remember where I put them. Oh my gosh. It's spring where I am at the moment. Well, just about to be. And I think I'm going to KonMari like everything. My beads, my tweeds, my fashion fabrics, my jackets that are beaded, my jackets that are done but not beaded, my jackets that aren't finished, just like everything. And do a separate episode for each one. Anyway, so this is what I mean by taxidermy, because yeah, it's just going to be covered. I don't really have enough to do only butterflies. I don't know that I have enough to do just flowers, but if I mix them all together, or pineapples, but if I mix them all together, I'll have enough to do the whole of the jacket. So that's what I think I'm going to do with that one. But I also love what they look like on the green. And this is me saying if I have any of the yellow and pink from the cactus flower jacket, maybe I could include them as well. Not as they are on the cactus flower jacket, but folding all of the leftover ones up, then they'd approximately be the same size as these ones. But I also like what they look like on the plain green. I have got so many khaki coloured tweeds. It is ridiculous. Oh, and this is me getting out the things for the dino jacket as well. Seriously, girl. I need to just calm down. Yeah, get right on that. But so these are the big teal coloured sequins, and I also have these little bits of mirror. Well, they're actually plastic, but they're like mirror, and you stick them on like they're a sequin. So I'm going to put them underneath. There's going to be some teal beads as well. I still really like the idea of using the berry coloured beads with the gold highlights on them, but I'm going to save them for another jacket because they will work really well on a tweed, whereas these big sequins that so big that I've had to fold them in half, they won't really work on a tweed, I don't think. Like, I mean, they might go well on that Chanel style green one, but I don't know. I'm happy with the choices I've made. And I just have to finish them all. Goodness. They'll get there eventually. I've got I think it's 92 finished jackets. So it's not like I have an urgent need for clothing. Yes, it is a ridiculous amount of clothes, but for more than a decade, well, a lot more than that, I had to just have one bag of clothes and never really got to set down roots anywhere. And I just, by societal standards, I did not get to exist the way other people do. So now I guess I'm overcompensating by making a lot of clothes for myself. But I enjoy the process, and I can do other things like think about other projects while I'm doing it. So I don't know, it's like knitting. And I don't know. Yes, I have to go finish at least something. But this is me showing you I've got a bit of leftover tweed, so I might make a small handbag with that one as well. It's gonna be so cute. Oh, and honestly, my bead collection. I've got some beads that are in the shapes of dolphins and giraffes and turtles and things like that. I think I showed you the green turtle when I did the Yaffa jacket. So I might include some of those in the yellow and pink jacket as well, perhaps. I'm not sure. I'll get out the yellow versions as well, the yellow turtles and giraffes, and see them all together. See if they mesh well with the sequins. Anyway, that is it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. There is going to be a full video on the butterfly jacket. I've made about 10 minutes, 9.5 minutes of it so far. It's riveting stuff, let me tell you. Yeah, I can't decide whether to include this story about frogs in silk trousers. It's adorable. But anyway, we shall see. And yeah, so much more beading to go. Anyway, that's it. Thank you very much for watching and happy sewing. I hope you actually finish your projects, unlike me. Laters.